What's poppin', y'all? Pokimane is devious, man. The way that she's come at this guy, and it's almost like she wants blood, and that is with her former friend, Saikuno. So Pokimane comes back, and she has this big stream where she makes some huge announcements, and one of them is taking shots at this guy, Saikuno.
I saw Saikuno's back after a month and a half. I've spent longer getting over situationships. I'm not joking. He said 3 sentences, few week vacation. I'm good. God bless. God bless.
So Saikuno, for those of you that are maybe uninitiated, some girls tried to come in and one girl manipulated this guy, Mugen, to make a whole documentary expose that blew up in his face because she was upset that Saikuno didn't want to be in a relationship with her. That's it. She didn't get what she wanted from him. He didn't essay her. He didn't do anything like that. And then other girls came out and they were like, yeah, he was with me too. But he didn't do anything wrong, actually. He just had a girlfriend. And then, he took a little bit of a break and then came back. So Pokimane is talking about situationships when I didn't even know that she had situationships. The public doesn't know. She would always just talk about roommates. And she would say that she didn't reference relationships. But this is devious because they were cool, and her clique, they're on this guy Saikuno's head. Like, they're trying to destroy him for damn near no reason. Because back in April, mind you, that's when the situation first came out. She would give her statement before Saikuno even said anything.
We could just get it over with, okay? Stop making me laugh. Stop laughing, because when you guys laugh, I laugh. Okay. It's okay. We can just get it out of the way. All right? Of course, before streaming today, I expected a lot of people in the chat asking me to talk about the Saikuno situation. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about it. I was like, how can I say something that feels honest to me but doesn't get clipped out of context? I was really stressing about it. And then I realized, I'm stressing about it so much, and Saikuno hasn't even said anything yet. And something about that, didn't really sit right with me. But I do want to reiterate, it's just so sad and disappointing how often this kind of thing seems to happen, especially when it comes from people that you don't expect it to come from. And I think what I really want to say is I am just so sorry for all the hurt that's been caused to the victims, to our communities. I feel everyone's hurt and shock and confusion, and I'm right there with ya. I really try so hard to make my channel a safe space for everybody, and I really hope the people that do need to speak up will. And hopefully that's enough addressing it. But I do appreciate how kind everyone in the chat has been. So thank you so much for that.
So here she is, and I understand her feeling the need to address this because during the Among Us era, during the 2020 to 2022, they had crazy motion. I'm talking, this guy Saikuno had 50,000 views. He got a YouTube deal, I think, or some sort of exclusive deal to stream somewhere else that he ended up taking. But him, Valkyrae, Pokimane, they were part of the same clique. Streaming was very cliquey back then, and it was very sensitive, and if you got outcasted, you were donezo. So it's understandable when they share a similar community, okay, she wants to speak on it, right? Well, not quite, because two different situations that are very serious were the situation with Hassan, the alleged dog shocking incident, right? Which I quote tweeted, and that's the first thing I replied with, because she never spoke on that situation. And that was the biggest thing on the internet. It was unavoidable. It was everywhere, way bigger than the Saikuno situation. That's just their streaming bubble and I guess like content creation bubble. And her own podcast that she would have weekly, the employees of that podcast said, oh, there's not going to be a podcast, this and that. She fires them. And then she says that she fired them because they made an announcement that was on her behalf, and then she would be speaking on the situation in a week or so. She never spoke on it. Never spoke on the Hassan dog thing. Completely avoided it. Another situation is the David. So she was in a music video for David, who was dating a 13, quote unquote dating. We know it's not dating. Let's be real here. A 13-year-old, and then she dies. Well, he is right now awaiting trial for the alleged murder of the 13-year-old, cutting her body up into pieces, putting it in the trunk of his Tesla, and also recording music videos with Pokimane and having done streams with a bunch of other people. And she didn't speak on this at all. She didn't feel the need to say something here. She just waited and sat back. She said, you know what? I just want to let victims speak. Well, she made this statement before any victim spoke, before Saikuno even spoke, in April. And then in May, she would announce that she was cutting him off.
I'd honestly just reached out to whom? With Saikuno. Anyways, this is all just to say it's just been on my mind, and also deciding how I want to handle it, and kind of coming to the conclusion that I'm not really comfortable continuing a friendship or working relationship. And I hope people can respect that in the same way I respect how anyone else wants to handle it. Yeah. It was just a lot to think about. That podcast made me really emotional to see. But I hope everybody's doing better now. Yeah.
So keep in mind, she says that she needs to cut this guy off a month later, and she cuts him off before his girlfriend cut him off. Because before Pokimane put this out, Saikuno put out a statement with his girlfriend, and it says the following. I would like to apologize to everyone I've disappointed, most of all to my girlfriend. I'm so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful, and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single. Man, I was unfamiliar with your game, which I know is not right, is it? I'm sorry to all of the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done. You've done nothing. You've done nothing to harm anyone. Maybe some people's feelings got hurt, but that's really it. However, I have seen false accusations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on our relationship and communication before this all happened. I love that word, communication. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. It's crazy that he says for us to heal together. Brother, you were the one cheating. You were the one cheating. What do you mean heal together? I'll be taking a break from streaming in the internet to better myself and give us the time we need to try and improve our relationship. Thank you for reading, and I'll continue to learn and grow from this experience. Keep in mind, this man's 34 years old. My girlfriend wanted to share her experience. Below is a message written by her. He just put her on Front Street. He said, yeah, get out there and let them know you're not leaving me. And she says, hi there. I want to start by saying thank you to those who have been checking on me and wishing me well during such a difficult time. I hope Pokimane was one of them. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything I know now. And going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. Though, no matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that. See, she's sending shots at the chick and the YouTuber. She's like, yo, you guys put this out into the public without even asking my permission? Come on now. Or even warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked how I felt about everything. But I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become my reality, then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare. I think she's got a lack of creativity when it comes to how bad the fears can get, because we just saw a guy whose cousin or whose girlfriend was showing yams and everything to her cousin in his bathroom in his crib. So sounds like a nightmare. And this just added another difficulty of stress on top of everything. It's made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship. And while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. Come on, man. She's a rider right here. Even though all the things I have learned are incredibly disappointing and shocking, I don't think they're irredeemable. He just did a little cheating. That's not something that we got to break up everything that we've built together just for a little bit of cheating. He's not involved in them. You could see how she probably saw all those texts and proof. And he was telling her, he's like, come on, you know I don't love them like I love you. And she's like, damn, the receipts do prove that. You do not care about these chicks. Okay, you really do care about me. Hey. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and being better versions of themselves. So this lady, she's really the only victim here, the girlfriend. And the girlfriend said, yeah, you know, we're working on a relationship. I'm not leaving him. And she's still with him. And then Pokemon's like, yeah, I got to cut him off. Cut him off for what? The girlfriend's fine. But Sykkuno would come back, and he would deliver a statement on why he came back.
I thought it was important to come back and, you know, just play games. It's not that crazy. Is that, yeah, there are a lot of people who still believe in me, who think changes can be made or have been made. And if I'm forced to choose, right, do I listen to the people that hate me and want me to be gone forever? Or do I listen to the people who still believe in me and maybe see potential there? I choose the people that still believe in me and see that potential. So hopefully that explains what makes more sense here, because I have to choose at some point, you know? Do I choose the people who hate me and listen to them? Or do I choose you guys who are still here and think there's a good chance they see that there's potential to change, make things better, and honestly just have a good time playing games again?
Yeah, this is the thing. People want him gone. People just want blood. They're like, yo, I want him gone for good. What did he do? The only person that's a victim in this scenario, you could say, is the girlfriend. The girlfriend is still with him. So you guys are trying to impose, and by you guys, I'm skipping the gun here. Because another guy, Ludwig, who's in that Pokimane clip, or click, I should say, he was having a conversation about Streamer University and how he could have helped Sykkuno.
Joe.
You see they announced Streamer University, man?
Dude, I did. I was just going to look at it.
I just watched. It was the announcement trailer. I watched the announcement trailer. It was basically just saying, hey, Streamer University's a thing again.
What would your class be if you had to teach a class?
Like if I'm teaching a class at a college, or I'm teaching a class specifically for streamers.
Specifically for streamers.
And it's a serious class, because I feel like last year a lot of it was like memeing, but like some were serious.
I think it was a mixture.
Like it was a mixture.
But I think I'm thinking more Agent. I don't know if you saw Agent had a more legitimate
Agents
class.
was serious.
Yes.
I would teach a serious class. No, my chat's saying philosophy. I wouldn't teach philosophy. That's not f***ing helping. If I'm trying to give people advice on streaming, damn, dude, I don't know. What would you teach?
I'm doing relationships 101. Okay? Because there's
you're saying I'm doing it, or this is what you would do?
That's what I'm teaching. I'm teaching relationships 101. Okay? A lot of successful streamers, either, a little too horny. Maybe they're, not sure about, they're doing things incorrectly. Okay, they're doing things incorrectly. Maybe they're making their relationships public and they're farming parasocials. Okay, maybe they're doing.
I don't know. I
content.
feel like you're looking, but like, dude, you gotta remember, you're giving them more broad advice to what to do when they're a streamer, but they're not a streamer yet.
No, they're all. Wait, isn't the concept they're all streamers of like varying?
They're all
sizes?
streamers, but I'm saying they don't have these like you're saying you would be like safe proofing them for the future.
Yes, yeah. You have to know it before you're a streamer. Like I could have saved Sykkuno, bro. I could have saved him.
I don't know.
I could have saved him, Joe.
So, for those of you that don't know, this guy Ludwig, he's dating Cutie Cinderella, the founder of the Streamer Awards, who we're going to cover soon because she has, in several occasions, just started strike. She is incapable of handling any type of criticism. So, she just goes on and starts striking people or threatening to strike people, take stuff down. But this guy is saying, yeah, I could teach relationships 101. I could have saved Sykkuno, bro. What do you mean saved Sykkuno? What are you talking about? Like, let's pull up Sykkuno's stats, right? If we pull up Sykkuno's stats, you see this guy's constantly been losing followers. That's what people will assume. Or not assume, but that's what people will gather. But the thing is, this guy's been losing followers for a minute. Like, he comes back and he loses 50,000 followers in June. But before that, he was already bleeding followers. As a matter of fact, his highest follower loss day was in May of 2024 when he came back to Twitch after having been gone for 2 years, which was probably his streaming deal. So he was gaining followers on Twitch, 2 years. People probably got the notification and they were like, whoa, this guy's back. And I'm not interested in him anymore. Time passed. So he lost 112,000 followers coming back, which is a comeback stream, which is a positive thing, which is twice the amount that he lost when he came back from this whole cheating thing. And he had been bleeding followers ever since he came back. So like 1,000 to 2,000. There were days when he gained a bunch. Like in November of 2024, he gained 13,000 followers when he was playing Rust. But it's been a slow burn, really. So you can't say that he lost anything from this. His subscribers are still the same. And paid subscribers, he has the same amount as Pokimane. So what do you mean you could have saved him? This guy didn't lose anything. He just has to keep doing what he's doing. And this is the problem with Ludwig teaching a relationships 101 class is I'll teach you guys the class in 3 bullet points right now. Number 1, do not date any other streamers, content creators. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, do not have your relationship as content. Do not use it for content. Do not farm parasocials off of it. All that other stuff. So keep your relationship private. And number 3, do not use your clout or status or whatever the hell it is to meet the girl that you're going to be in a relationship with. AKA any fangirl, any girl that knows who you are, do not date her. Do you think that's the 3 lessons right there? You avoid that, you will live a life of bliss and relationships 101 will be fine. But do you think people are going to follow that? They're going to be like, wait, hold on. So some bad chick comes and pulls up on me, or you mean I'm at the TwitchCon party and another fine streamer, she wants to give it up and I'm going to say no? Come on, no, I can't do that. So it doesn't matter if you teach them, they're not going to listen. That's the thing. And I do think that Ludwig has had objectively speaking, a successful relationship. We don't see any of their drama online. She doesn't air him out too much. And they've been going strong for years upon years now. But Sykkuno's still going strong. And that's just a different relationship dynamic. But they keep coming for this guy like he did anything evil. It's his relation. What do you mean you're going to save him? Save him from how other people feel his girlfriend should react to their situation? Come on, dog. It's just... And XQC is somebody that actually gave a decent statement here.
And if I'm forced to choose, right? Do I listen to the people that hate me? A lot of it's like unfollow them or whatever, or like forever, unmodded it. Or do I listen to the people who still believe in me and maybe see potential there? I choose the people that still believe in me and see that potential. So hopefully that explains what makes more sense here, because I have to choose at some point, you know? Do I choose the people who hate me and listen to them? Or do I choose you guys who are
I didn't
still
remove his
here
VIP, what?
and
He removed VIP for all but Leslie, is that true?
think there's a good chance they see that there's potential to change?
Well, I
make
mean, they
things
did kind of throw him
better,
to the
and
wolves, though,
honestly,
low-key.
just have a good time playing games again.
Okay, no disrespect, but some of that group
Thoughts on
had
this
people
year's
do
Summer Game
worse.
Fest? Chat
Let's
type
give it
a
about
number out
or
of
do
10.
of the same
For
kind of
me, it's
nature,
9 because the original
and no action or public statement was made.
You're here.
You know what I mean? So like, I mean, I don't know how I would feel if I was in this group or entourage of people, and my peers were kind of throwing me out to the wolves, like, oh my god, this person is such a bad person, and I've seen other people in that group that not been thrown to the wolves or even close to it. You know what I mean? I mean that would make me feel bad.
Exactly. They threw him to the wolves, and Pokimane came back, and she stepped on his neck again. After cutting him off, you already made the statement of like, hey, I'm disassociating with this individual. For you to come back and then say like, damn, you should have been gone for longer. Who are you? What are you talking about? You should have been, oh man, you know, it took him 2 months. And what is he getting over? Like she was talking about situationship. Like, yeah, maybe there was a breakup, but this guy's still with his girl. She's still riding for him. And they still got whatever thing that they've got going on. And who knows if his girl already knew about all of this stuff. It doesn't even matter, frankly. Because the only person that his opinion matters is them two. And them two are fine. And they're doing their whole communication thing. So these people like Ludwig and all that, and Pokimane that are talking about like, nah, man, you know, this guy, he should have been exiled. He should have been gone for several months. Why? Because you feel like the way that you think relationships should be is not what manifested in what was going on with them? Okay. Come on, man. Get the hell out of here with that, man. Respect to Saikuno. Nah, actually, not respect to Saikuno because he was playing a whole fake front. He was playing like he was all this and that. So he was doing something that I can't put respect on, to be fair. Like playing like cool and all that. Not cool, but you guys get what I mean. Playing like the opposite. Like he was like a gay best friend type. Like he would be like, oh, he would never cheat on his girl. Come on now. But Pokimane coming on here and trying to come for his head top, that's evil. That is very evil. I think she could have cut him off, and she even made a statement before he did. So if she just said, hey, look, you know, I'm disassociating, there's too much drama, before the statement was made, Saikuno and his girlfriend, then I'd be like, all right, you never got to speak on the guy again. But Hassan, dog thing, silent. David, silent for months until forced to speak on it and says, I want to let victims speak. Well, the victim spoke in the scenario with Saikuno, your mans in them, and you decided to still cut him off after the victim told you, no, I'm fine. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see y'all in the next one.